Hello students, so welcome back. This is the part 2 of the review exercise 11. Here we have a kite ABCD and we are given the diagonals AC and BD and we're supposed to find angle ABD first, right? So first thing, let's mark it out on the diagram so that it's clear what we are doing. ABD is this angle, this is what we want to find, right? So to find this angle, there's a well, what we can do is we can actually find angle ADB and then use the isosceles triangle property to do it, right? So first, I'm going to declare that angle AED is going to be 90 degrees. Why? Because diagonals of kite, right? So we know that this is 90 degrees. Let's mark it out. Therefore, we can find this angle, right? So angle ADE is going to be equal to 180 degrees. Oops, let me write it properly. Minus 90 degrees minus 31 degrees. Okay, and the reason, angle sum of triangle, right? Now this is part 1. Okay, so we work this one out. This one will be 59 degrees, right? So therefore, therefore, angle ABD is equals to 59 degrees due to the fact that they are base angles of isosceles triangle. There we go, right? So that's part 1. Part 2, let's see what we want. Part 2, we want to find angle CBD. So let's mark it out. CBD, right, is this angle over here. Well, you're going to use the same technique, right? So from here, let me maybe do it in green, right? So again, I'm going to declare this angle over here. Okay, let me do it properly, right? Angle CED is 90 degrees. Again, the reason is because diagonal of kite, right? Diagonals of kite. And that means that this angle over here, angle CDE, is equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees minus 47 degrees. The reason, angle sum of triangle, right? And that works out to be, where is my calculator? 43 degrees. Okay, therefore angle CBD equals to 43 degrees, and the reason, base angles of isosceles triangle. There we go. Okay, so that's the question. Let's look at the next one. Now this time round we have a, what is this? A rhombus, right? Does it look like a rhombus? Yeah, it's a rhombus, all right? So anyway, we are told to find the angle A. Well, what we need to identify first of all is that triangle ACD is an equilateral triangle, right? Can you see that? Triangle. Okay, so it becomes very useful. That means that all the relevant angles, they are all going to be 60 degrees, right? So because of this fact, we know that this is going to be 60. We know that this is going to be 60. We know that this is going to be 60, right? However, due to this fact, right, we know that, let me change color. We know that this is also going to be 60 because of the property of a rhombus. So a rhombus, when you have a diagonal, it actually bisects, right? We learned that. So with this information now, we can actually complete our presentation. So we can say that angle DAC is equals to 60 degrees. And the reason is because triangle ACD is equilateral. Okay, so we have that, right? And then we can say, therefore, angle CAB is equals to, come on man, right? Apple pencil, let's work, equals to 60 degrees. due to the property of rhombus, right? So it's diagonal of rhombus. Okay, so finally we can find A angle, A degree, right? A degree is going to be equals to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. All right, properly. 60 degrees over 2. Why do I do that? Because based on the diagram and the information given, we only know there's isosceles triangle. We don't know there's equilateral triangle yet. We do know, okay, because we are intelligent people, but it is not given that it's an equilateral. It's given there's isosceles. So we do that, okay, because they are isosceles triangle, right? We say because triangle ABC is isosceles. Okay, so from here we work it out. This is also 60 degrees. Therefore, A is actually 60. Okay, so that's the solution to part 2 of the questions I'll ask you to try from review exercise 6. Hope you have been successful. See you in part 3.